if I may quote something from page 6, that show is trash-tastic.
Really?
I have never in my life seen anything like it.
Are those girls still fighting over him? He's just a prince.
It's as if they've combed the boxing rings for women. So I've got it. So let me just take you through. I'll do a little Bachelor theater because I told you I would do Bachelor theater. Let me just act out one scene, okay? So there's a girl, Erica from Texas. Do y'all know Erica? Erica was raised to be a princess, and so she feels a kinship to our Prince Lorenzo because he's not a commoner, nor is she. She's from that royal family in Texas that we all know that there's a royal family there. And so she said, they have like a separate moment, like he pulls her aside and he says, "Are you enjoying yourself?" And she's like, "I am." And he says, is there anybody in the house, you know, that you're not getting along with? And she says, "Well." And he says, "Well, I wish, you know, if there's some strife, I wish somebody would tell me something." And she says, "Well, you know, I really, yeah, I just don't like Jamie for you." And he's like, "Really? Why?" And she's like, "Well, you know, she's tattooed and she's not college educated, and I mean, what could you possibly talk to?" I'm not kidding, my hand to God, this is what she's saying. "What could you possibly talk to somebody about who's not college educated?"
You hated her right off the bat.
And I'm sitting there with my tattoo and my lack of a college education going, "Honey, you're describing a certain talk show host I know, and I got a talk show I can talk about you all day long."
As you do.
Foolish woman. So then, it gets so much better. It gets so much better. So then he says, "Well, I don't think that's fair to judge her because she doesn't have a college education." She goes, "Well, I do." And he says, "Well, I don't judge people." He's trying to rescue her. "Well, I don't judge people." She says, "Well, I do." And then she leaves, and then there's this awkward silence of the two of them staring at each other, and she walks away. And the girls go, and Jamie, the girl she was just trashing, goes, "Are you okay? You seem upset." Jamie, the tattooed, uneducated girl, is actually concerned with her feelings, right? And I'm like, "Run away!" Okay? So she walks away to the corner, and she goes, "I just want to be alone right now." Okay, with the prerequisite glass of champagne that they have in their hand from 7 o'clock in the morning until 2 a.m.
Boy, they drink a lot of that,
right,
don't
they are drinking
Wow.
up a storm. So she's standing there. She goes, "I just want to be alone right now." So then they have her off to her by herself, and she's doing her confessional. And she's like, "I really don't think it's fair. You know, he trapped me into judging people because he asked me to judge them. And then when I did, he said that he doesn't judge people, and I do. And I don't think it's fair because his life is privileged, just like my life is bad. And I don't think it's fair that he asked me to judge people, and when I judge them, then he's like, oh, I don't judge people, and he really should. And I deserve a rose, and now I feel like I'm not going to get the first rose of the night, and I should, and it's not fair because I have a college education. I have a college education." And then, of course, it comes down to the final rose, and it's like her and 3 other girls, and she's like, literally out loud, she goes, "Oh my gosh, I'm so nervous." Because she can't, like, she's in shock that she doesn't have a rose. And she's like, "I'm so nervous, I can't even control my hands." And then he grimaces, and he goes, "Erica, will you accept this rose?" She's like, "You made a wise decision. I have to tell you, you made a really wise decision. The decision was wise." College education.
That really got to you, didn't it?
We can talk to each other like people. We won't have to grunt like animals.